Hey, welcome back to Track Talk, the place where race pace meets hot takes. I'm your host, Margaret Rachel, and today we're gearing up for one of the most iconic stops on the F1 calendar, the 2025 Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal. We're 9 rounds deep into a jaw dropping season in Canada. It's where the script often flips. Surprise podiums, crazy weather, and that infamous wall of champions. If you've watched F1 long enough, you know anything can happen here. So let's set the grid with everything you need to know before lights out in Montreal. First off, the elephant, or should I say the Red Bull in the room. Max Verstappen is one penalty point away from a race ban. That's right. After a fiery clash with George Russell in Spain, Max is on thin ice. It's a high-stakes weekend, not just for points, but for discipline. One wrong move in Canada and he misses Austria. Red Bull's top brass is urging him to play it safe, but Verstappen is Verstappen. Let's see how that unfolds. Then there's McLaren, and folks, they are flying. Oscar Piastri leads the driver's standings. Yes, you heard that right. Not Lando, Oscar. With 186 points, he's 10 ahead of Norris and looks more confident every race. The McLaren has been rapid in both qualifying and race trim, and Canada's layout suits it to a T. Long straights, big braking zones, tight exits. Ferrari, on the other hand, in a bit of a rough patch. Lewis Hamilton, now in red, hasn't quite found his groove. His best finish so far, a lonely P4 in Imola. But if there's one track where Hamilton could bounce back, it's this one. He's a 7-time winner here, tied with Michael Schumacher. That's a legacy track if there ever was one. And it's also time for Charles Leclerc to show his prowess in the championship. And let's not forget, this is a homecoming for Lance Stroll. After missing the Spanish Grand Prix with wrist pain, Stroll's been cleared to race in front of the Montreal faithful. He's got a point to prove, especially with questions swirling around Aston Martin's form this year. Oh, and shout out to Haas, celebrating their 200th Grand Prix this weekend with a retro livery. The team's been surprisingly competitive in the midfield lately. Don't be shocked if they sneak into Q3. The circuit Gilles Villeneuve is a hybrid beast. It's part permanent facility, part street circuit, with low grip levels and heavy braking zones. The lap is just over 4.3 km and there are 3 DRS zones, so expect plenty of overtaking, especially down the back straight into the final chicane. And yes, weather is always a wild card in Montreal. Forecasts show scattered showers over the weekend, meaning qualifying could be a mixed bag. And if we get a wet, dry crossover race, you can throw the form book out the window. Pirelli's bringing their C4, C5 and brand new C6 compounds, so tire management is going to be crucial, especially if temps drop or the track stays green. My top storylines to watch: can Verstappen win and stay clean? 1 penalty point and he's out for Austria. He'll need discipline without losing that edge. McLaren's momentum. Can Oscar keep the dream alive, or will Lando strike back and reclaim top dog status? Will Lewis come alive? Canada is his track and Ferrari needs a good result to stay in the constructors' hunt. Dark horses. Keep an eye on George Russell and Fernando Alonso. Both have a history of pulling magic in Montreal. That's your 2025 Canadian Grand Prix preview. Packed grid, high tension, and just enough chaos in the air to make this one unforgettable. I'll be back post-race to break it all down, winners, losers, and maybe a few shock moments in between. Until then, stay fast, stay smooth, and as always, thanks for keeping it locked here on Track Talk. Catch you after the checkered flag.